Could a single aircraft revolutionise the skies and create a major impact? The new Embraer E2 steps into the scene, ready to cause unprecedented upheaval. The Embraer E2 is the next generation of narrow-bodied airliners, born and built in Brazil by Embraer. It's kind of an upgrade to the original E-Jet family, but with a bunch of cool modifications that make it not only more fuel efficient, but also a lot more comfortable for those on board. So the E2 family is like a trio of siblings: the E175 E2, the E190 E2, and the E195 E2. Even though they all share the same body shape or fuselage cross-section, as the experts call it, they come in different lengths. They've also had a bit of a makeover with new look wings, the latest avionics, and a cabin that has a bit of a fresh look. As for their strength, these variants can lift off with weights ranging from 44.6 to an amazing 62 tons, and in terms of distance, they can fly anywhere between 2,000 and 2,600 nautical miles. Is the switch to the Pratt & Whitney PW190OG engine a major upgrade for the E2 family? One of the game changers for the E2 family is that they've switched to this engine. Now, this isn't just any old engine, it's a geared turbofan, which is a fancy way of saying it's way more fuel efficient than the engines in the original E-Jet family. The E2 jets use less fuel, which is greater for the environment and also helps airlines save money. The E2 family has these super cool aerodynamically advanced wings. They've got this unique shape and a high aspect ratio, and they're designed to cut through the air with less resistance, helping to boost fuel efficiency even more. These wings are made from either aluminium or carbon fibre, both of which are super lightweight and strong, so they're not just efficient, they're also built to last. The E2 family is also leveled up in the avionics and flight control departments. These jets are equipped with 4th generation full fly-by-wire flight controls. Now, that's a mouthful, but all it means is that pilots get to have more precise control over the aircraft. Plus, the avionics systems have been given a boost, giving pilots better information and making the aircraft safer to fly. So, not only are these jets more efficient and comfortable, but they're also safer. The E2 jets have really upped their game when it comes to passenger comfort. They've given the cabins a bit of a makeover to make sure there's room for both passengers and their luggage. And let's not forget about the seats, they're way more comfy now too. Plus, they've modified the layout of the cabin to keep noise and vibrations to a minimum. So, whether you're on a short hop or a long haul, you're in for a smooth and comfortable ride. The E2 family had its big debut at the Paris Air Show back in June 2013. The first of the family, the E190 E2, spread its wings for the first time on the 23rd of May 2016. It's got its official certificate in February 2018 and started flying with its first customers, Widerow, in April 2018. The bigger sibling, the E195 E2, got its certification in April 2019 and was first flown by Azul Brazilian Airlines. The smallest of the bunch, the E175 E2, was supposed to be delivered in 2021, but it seems like it's been delayed because there wasn't enough demand. As of April 2024, there's been a total of 306 orders for the E-Jet E2s. Out of these, 112 have already been delivered, and all of the others out there in the world are doing their thing in commercial service. But here's the thing, even with all these cool upgrades and benefits of the E2 family, sales haven't exactly been high. It looks like the weight of the E175 E2 has been a bit of a problem. So what advancements take these jets to another level? One of the key improvements in the E2 series is its fuel efficiency. Believe it or not, it's actually 1.3% better at saving fuel than what was initially expected. A lot of this is thanks to the Pratt & Whitney pure power geared turbofans that took over from the General Electric engines. This switch made the aircraft an amazing 17.3% more efficient compared to the original, and the E2 series could help airlines cut down their carbon emissions by up to 30%. The E2 series is at the top when we talk about a single-aisle airplane. It's so efficient that it can save up to 25% in CO2 emissions compared to the older generation of aircraft. And here's the really cool part. If you fueled it up with 100% sustainable aviation fuel, you could see those emissions drop by about 85%. That's a huge leap towards sustainability in the aviation industry. And the E2 series is right there, leading the charge. The E2 series isn't just about being green and efficient, it's also about being cost-effective. Take the E195 E2 for example. It's been a top pick for many airlines, and not just because it's a quiet ride. It's actually the most efficient aircraft out there, with fewer than 150 seats. So for airlines looking to grow their fleet without breaking the bank, the E2 series is a pretty attractive option. When it comes to keeping passengers comfy, the E2 series has got it covered. It's got a single class setup that can fit up to 112 passengers, and is perfect for flights that last up to 5 hours. So whether it's a short or somewhat longer flight, the E2 series has got it handled. Plus, it opens up the possibilities for airlines to explore new routes and markets. The E2 series is like the long-distance runner of the skies. It can fly up to 2,655 nautical miles without needing to stop for a refuel. This means airlines can start flying further, discover new areas to serve, and increase their reach. The E2 series has got the green light for what's known as Extended Range Twin-Engine Operation Performance Standards 120 operations. In simple terms, this means that airlines can fly routes where the nearest suitable airport to land is up to 120 minutes away. This allows them to take more direct, faster and fuel-efficient routes, and they've got more options for diversion airports. Could the Embraer E2 series shake up the jet market for Bombardier and Mitsubishi? The Embraer E2 series is giving another regional jet maker a run for their money. With its top-notch features and better efficiency, it's a tough act to follow. The E2 has got it all. It uses less fuel, emits less, costs less to maintain, and even has a new wing made of either aluminium or carbon fibre. So for airlines looking for a greater deal, the E2 series is a pretty sweet package. For Bombardier, a big player in the regional jet market, the arrival of the E2 series could be a curveball. Their CRJ series has been a hit with regional airlines, but the E2 series, with its advanced features and efficiencies, could attract some attention to Embraer. But let's not forget about Bombardier has a surprise with the C series, which is now called the Airbus A220, which is more of a direct rival to the E2 series. So the E2 success may hinge on how it measures up against the A220 when it comes to performance, cost and what customers prefer. Mitsubishi is another player in this game, and they've been working hard on the space jet to compete in the regional jet market, but they've encountered a few obstacles in their journey, which could give Embraer and its E2 series the upper hand. Especially the E175 E2 model, which is expected to be very successful in the regional jet market, with less than 100 seats, particularly in North America and other places. But there's a small problem. The E175 E2 doesn't fulfill the criteria for use in the US. Could the introduction of new technologies like the Embraer E2 series in the competitive aviation industry lead to resistance from established players? When it comes to the aviation industry, the major participants often have a lot of influence. They've got a big clunk of the market share, and they're not too keen to share, so when the new kids on the block, like the Embraer E2 series, show up, they might see them as a threat and try to keep them out. Airlines have invested a lot of money into their existing planes, and changing to a new kind of aircraft is neither affordable nor straightforward. So even though the E2 series might be a better deal in the long run, with its efficiency and eco-friendliness, some airlines might be a bit hesitant to leap. The big companies in the industry often have a good relationship with the people who set the rules. They can sometimes influence these rules, making bodies to make decisions that benefit their existing operations. So they might just push the rules that make it tough for new players or technologies to get a foot in the door. The aviation industry is like a pilot flying through a storm right now. We explore how its efficiency, passenger comfort and environmental edge could disrupt the entire industry. Will these aircraft change the schematics of the aviation industry? Comment with your thoughts on this, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.